Have you ever questioned why evil exists if we live in a world supposedly governed by a benevolent and omnipotent deity? Enter the paradox of existence, or as it's more commonly known, the problem of evil. This philosophical and theological conundrum questions how the existence of evil and suffering can be reconciled with the existence of an omnipotent, omniscient, and benevolent deity. Picture this. You're an everyday person going about your business. Suddenly, life throws a curveball at you. You lose your job, your car breaks down, and your dear pet parakeet, Mr. Fluffles, suddenly takes ill. Why me, you might wonder? If there's a loving God, why is all this happening? Now imagine on a grander scale. Natural disasters, wars, human cruelty. These aren't personal misfortunes, but widespread suffering that affects thousands, even millions of lives. It's enough to make anyone question the existence of a kind and powerful deity, isn't it? Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't a new problem. Philosophers and theologians have been scratching their heads over this for centuries. They've been pondering, debating, pulling at their beards, if they have them, and probably even losing sleep over it. It's like the ultimate philosophical riddle, the Rubik's Cube of theology, if you will. Except this cube has more than 6 sides, and the colors keep changing just when you think you've got it figured out. But don't despair. This isn't about finding definitive answers. It's about exploring the questions, diving into the mysteries, and learning to swim in the sea of uncertainty. The problem of evil isn't a problem to solve. It's a journey of understanding, a quest for deeper insights into the nature of existence and the human experience. So the question remains, if God is all good and all powerful, why does evil exist? As we delve deeper into this paradox and navigate the winding paths of philosophy, remember that the journey is the destination. And this journey is just beginning. It seems theologians and philosophers have different takes on this, doesn't it? Indeed, when it comes to the problem of evil, these two camps have been wrestling with the same conundrum for centuries, each bringing a unique perspective to the table. Picture this, a grand intellectual wrestling match, where the theologians and philosophers lock horns over the nature of good, evil, and the divine. On one side of the ring, we have the philosophers, armed with the free will defense. They assert that evil is a byproduct of human free will. Picture a philosophy professor, his glasses perched precariously on his nose, passionately arguing, if humans are to be genuinely free, they must have the ability to choose evil. Otherwise, they're just puppets on divine strings, aren't they? Then there's the concept of necessary evil for growth, a favorite among many philosophers. They argue that without experiencing hardship or evil, true growth and understanding would be impossible. Imagine a philosopher stroking his beard thoughtfully, stating, without darkness, how would one appreciate the light? On the other side of the ring, we have the theologians, who take a slightly different approach. They often argue that the existence of evil is a test of faith, a challenge to overcome. Picture a theologian, his hands clasped in prayer, offering his counter-argument. Perhaps evil exists to test our resolve, to strengthen our faith in the divine. After all, isn't gold tested in fire? But let's bring this debate into the modern world. Consider the current global issues, such as climate change. Philosophers might argue that this is a consequence of our free will, our collective decisions leading to environmental degradation. Theologians, on the other hand, might see this as a divine test, a call to action, to care for our planet better. Despite these arguments, the problem of evil continues to perplex thinkers across the globe. But remember, in the grand wrestling match of ideas, there's no knockout punch. The beauty lies in the tussle, the exchange, the eternal quest for understanding. So let's keep the conversation going and keep wrestling with these profound questions. Now, what if I told you that our modern world has a fresh take on this age-old problem? Just as fashion trends cycle back around, so too do philosophical perspectives. Let's take a look at process theology. Now, don't let the name scare you off. It's not about the theological equivalent of watching paint dry. Instead, process theology is about the idea that God isn't some immutable, unchanging entity. Instead, God is evolving with us, learning from our experiences and growing in power and understanding. It's like God is binge-watching the entire series of the human experience on Netflix, and every season brings new twists and turns. Then there's open theism, a perspective that's a bit like a cosmic game of chess. God knows all the possible moves but doesn't know which one we're going to make until we make it. It's a viewpoint that places a lot of emphasis on free will and our ability to surprise even the divine with our choices. Now let's imagine a modern philosopher. Let's call him Phil. Phil is a bit like Sherlock Holmes, always trying to deduce the mysteries of the universe. He's got an uncanny knack for seeing things from a different angle. One day, while sipping his chai latte at a local cafe, he stumbles upon the problem of evil. He ponders, why would an all-powerful, all-loving God allow such suffering? But then, he thinks about process theology and open theism, and it's like a light bulb moment. He realizes that maybe God is not a puppet master pulling all the strings, but more like a co-pilot, navigating the turbulence of life with us. And just like that, our friend Phil has a whole new perspective on an age-old problem. He's reminded of a line from his favorite TV show, "It's not about the destination, it's about the journey." So, it seems the problem of evil continues to evolve with our understanding of the world. Whether you're a process theologian, an open theist, or just a curious soul like Phil, remember that every perspective adds a new layer to this philosophical onion. And who knows, maybe your unique take could be the next big revelation in this ongoing philosophical saga. As we delve deeper into the realms of thought and explore the vast landscapes of philosophy, remember that the pursuit of knowledge is a journey without a final destination. The problem of evil, like many philosophical and theological conundrums, does not offer us the comfort of a definitive answer. It challenges us, perplexes us, and invites us to delve into the cavernous depths of human understanding. It's a testament to the complexity of existence and the boundless nature of human thought. But remember, the beauty of philosophy is not in the destination, but in the journey. It's in the questioning, the exploration, the insatiable curiosity that propels us forward, that fuels our quest for understanding. So don't be dismayed by the lack of clear answers. Let them inspire you, motivate you, and guide you on your philosophical journey. Thank you for joining me on this philosophical journey. Subscribe to @ChasingSunsets49 and let's embark on more intellectual voyages together. Until next time, stay curious and keep chasing those sunsets of enlightenment. Take care.